Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thanks for joining us. I'm Lolo, and this is Divine Safe Space. Today we're going to be doing a little impromptu channeled message. It will be a short reading compared to my other videos. As you can tell, I was not planning on recording. We're sitting on the floor, I'm in my spooky PJs. What are we doing here? Literally. Before we get into the channel message, please like, comment, subscribe, share, and hype this reading so it gets out to the right audiences. If you're interested in booking a personal reading, following my socials, or donating to the channel, the link is down below, my loves. So the reason why I knew this was a collective message was because first thing in the morning when I woke up, I heard outside blaring in someone's car the song Say Something by A Great Big World and Christina Aguilera. Let's see if I can sing a little bit. Say something, I'm giving up on you. I'm sorry that I couldn't get to you. Anywhere I would have followed you. Oh. Yeah, we all know that song. Don't act like you don't know that song. But I do have some cards out for this reading. This is for anyone who is letting go of ways of being, letting go of people, places, things, and really just being done and over with certain things. So let's get into the cards that we have. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer, clarified by the Emperor. A time to give rather than take, new moon in Virgo, clarified by the Three of Wands reverse. And the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn, clarified by Black new moon in reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have You Are Good Enough, full moon in Virgo, and Strength. So, what I'm getting from this energy is that you are separating yourself from spaces that no longer feel safe, like where you no longer feel like you are in control of yourself or in control of your reactions or in control of your destiny. It kind of feels like you're really taking the reins and no longer like dying on that sword for certain people, places, and things. This is like the energy of you self-sacrificing and like overdoing it and overworking and taking on all these burdens that were never yours to really take on. And then you finally being like, why am I doing this? Like, why am I sabotaging myself? And why am I the scapegoat? Like, why am I the one that has to pick up the burdens? Why am I the one that has to sacrifice so many things, right? And so this is like separating yourself from places where other people are not making the same sacrifices, or not making the same sacrifices for you, or not making the same sacrifices for the company, or whatever this is. It's like you're realizing that no matter what, you are always going to be protected and you are always going to be taken care of, and there's no reason for you to linger in places where you're no longer welcome or you've outgrown them. And it's not even saying, oh, I'm so much better than this place, or I'm so much better than you all, but it's just saying, I don't align with this anymore, and I'm putting blood, sweat, and tears into everything that I'm doing, and honestly, I don't feel like I'm getting the payback. I don't feel like I am being reciprocated this energy, right? And with a time to give rather than take in the Three of Wands in reverse, it's like you're letting go of these situations and these places and these organizations or friend groups that aren't moving forward. I mean, the Three of Wands is about looking onto the horizons, you know, open to receiving what is next. With it in reverse, it's like, this is not going anywhere. This is not progressing. This is not what I signed up for. And I'm sorry, but I'm not doing this. I'm not going to keep playing this role that I've outgrown. Yeah, there was a hair on this card. That's giving me like all tied up. I'm getting strings attached. Yes, that's what this is giving me. It's like you're realizing where there were strings attached. Like, this was not in the contract. This was not in the job description. Why am I picking up other people's jobs when that was not in the job description? Or Why am I having to carry these heavy burdens in this friend group and plan all these things and invite everyone when you all don't invite me? Like, it's things like that. That's just a few, 4, 5, 6 on the time, or few examples of this energy. And with the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn and black new moon in reverse, this is like you really getting rid of what has been plaguing you. And this could even be habits. This could be things within you that have been plaguing you. Certain mindsets telling you, I can't do that. I can't move there. I can't move jobs because I've been here all along. You know what I'm saying? Like, feeling like you will be wasting time by letting go of what you've outgrown. But you are no longer doing that because you realize your worth. You realize that you are good enough for better. You are good enough for better opportunities, better friends, better organizations, more money, right? You deserve so much more. I have literal chills right now. The hair is standing up on my arm. Like, this is giving me the energy of like gaining the strength to have higher standards for yourself and the people that surround you and the organizations and the jobs and whatever you associate with. You're having higher standards. This strength card specifically is about being away on a journey and finally coming back to the true nature, coming back to your true self after the long journey that you've been on, right? Yes, behind you are good enough. We have expect powerful change. Don't let your pride get in the way. You're no longer allowing your pride to get in the way. You're no longer allowing your ego to plague you with fear, saying, oh, you can't do that. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't try the new. You shouldn't go outside your comfort zone. But I feel like this is something that you've been contemplating for a while. And there were kind of doubts in your head about, you know, is this the right move? Should I move on? Should I, you know, speak my piece? And this is Spirit saying, yes, speak your piece and start investing in the right places with the 7 of Pentacles. Invest in places that give back to you. Invest in, you know, hobbies and like groups that also give a return. And I'm not saying everything is transactional, but why are we wasting time and energy on things that are not beneficial for us? Let's be real. Let's be real. So let's get some more cards. If this is resonating, please like, comment, subscribe, and share, as well as hype this reading, as that's a new option. I'm hoping all is well with you. Let's see. What else is this about, Spirit? Yeah, the Hanged Man. Where have you been hung up? Where have you been hung up? Where have you intentionally hung yourself up without quite knowing that you still hung up from you putting yourself there, right? Because we all have free will. And sometimes we use our free will to stick around places that we've outgrown just because it's comfortable, just because it's all that we've known. But just because it's comfortable does not mean that that is what's right for us, you know? Let me get my cards sorted out. I'm not used to doing readings on the ground. Yeah, so this is like, yes, you see how the Emperor has the sword. It's like you taking the sword and cutting yourself down, saying no more. I am no longer going to be playing the fool. I'm no longer going to be doing all this and all that for you. I'm going to be doing what's best for me from now on. Bottom of the deck, the Knight of Swords. Yes, it's going to be swift. You're going to be coming in with clarity. You know, whoever is on the other side of this, whether it's a relationship or it's your job or like an organization or a friend group or whatever it is, they're going to think that it was like a swift, impulsive decision, but it's something that you've been contemplating for a while. And I feel like it's going to go smoothly, and before you know it, you're going to transition into whatever is next for you. What is this 3 of Wands in reverse and a time to give rather than take? Yes, the 5 of Swords. This is giving me bamboozled. Like, you were bamboozled by something. You were manipulated. They promised all these things. Oh, you'll get the raise after 6 months. Oh yeah. You didn't hear? It was actually a year. I said a year. Oh, you didn't hear? It was actually 2 years. And then they keep pushing back the raise. And you're like, you said that I was going to get the raise, and that's why I was working extra hard so I could get the recognition. And now I'm done giving. I'm done giving until I can be given to. until you start showing me like actions speak louder than words. I feel like these were like false promises, either by relationships or by, again, organizations. I feel like I'm repeating myself. White Newman, yes, you're going into a new era, a new chapter. You're creating your own possibilities. You're no longer allowing people to define your story or put boundaries for like where you could go. People saying, oh, you could never get a better job, you'll never get a better position than this, and then you do, and it's like easy peasy. You're like, dang, I wish I would have done this earlier. But the thing is, everything happens exactly when it's meant to, and if you would have done this transition earlier and closed this cycle earlier, the puzzle pieces might have not been together yet, you know? So sometimes the universe works in mysterious ways and has to kind of get things together for us as we kind of cope and deal with situations that are no longer meant for us. And then all of a sudden the doors open at perfect time, right? What is this Black Newman in reverse and the end of a tough cycle approaches? Black Newman is like poison. This is like the darkest of the dark. This is like plague, right? And so this is like you really letting go of whatever has been contaminating your energy, contaminating your mind, your body, your spirit, or just your decision making for yourself, you know? We got the moon, yeah. Because I feel like there's so many things that are not known to you at this moment. Like you don't know all the details. You don't know where you're going to go or who you're going to associate or where your next job is or whatever it is that you're considering moving on from. But it's going to come together exactly how it's meant to. And at the end of the day, you're going to say, anything is better than this. Anything is better than this. And as long as you have faith that it's going to work out, it will work out for you. Yeah, we have the Queen of Wands. You're going to be taking different actions here. You're going to be really taking back your power and standing up for yourself and standing up for what you believe in and what you know that you are able to accomplish and achieve, regardless of what people have said to you, regardless of the boss saying, oh, you'll never get a better position or no one would consider you for that. That's their opinion. That is not the truth. And they don't know who's out there. They don't know that there's someone out there looking for you specifically. Someone exactly like you with the skill set that you have. Okay. Let's get some more clarifiers. Oh. Yeah, we got the King of Swords here, which is really giving me that Emperor energy, because the Emperor usually... Does the Emperor usually have a sword? My brain is like not working right now, but we got the King of Swords clarifying that. So that's you cutting yourself down, speaking your truth, having higher standards and better boundaries to protect yourself from burnout, to protect yourself from being used and abused in whatever way this means for you, even if it isn't like actual abuse or anything like that. And it's just like, you know, you feel like you're working like a slave for a company and they're just not supporting you and not supporting your needs. There is this dog here. So it's like, yes, you've had this loyalty to something or someone and they have not been loyal to you. Like they have not held up their end of the bargain in whatever way this means. Then we have the Hierophant. I do need to cover her because there is a little bit of nudity. And it's like you are committing to higher causes, which is yourself, 1331 on the timer, or committing to your own routines or your own, like your new way of being, your new belief system. And this could even be just a belief system about yourself and what you believe you can do, what you believe you can achieve, and what rooms you think you deserve to be in, right? Because it's all about self-belief. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords. Look at her face. She's looking down in shame. Like, I am ashamed of how long I allowed myself to be stuck in this situation, or I'm ashamed of how far I've let you go. Like, it's really giving that energy. And the song, like, Say Something, it's like, say something, I'm giving up on you. Are you going to show me that you're here with me? Are you going to meet me halfway, or are you not? Because I'm 1 foot out the door right now. You're 1 foot out the door right now. Yeah, we got the Hermit. Look at, there's the fucking door. There's the fucking door. He's walking out the door right there. It kind of looks like an eagle. Like you've had your higher perspective. You're really seeing from a higher vantage point. And you've done some soul searching about this, and your soul has been telling you, I'm yearning for more. I'm yearning for something else. I'm yearning for something that is truly fulfilling for me, right? Let's get one more card and then we'll get some closing messages. What is this black new moon in reverse and the moon? I feel like there are a lot of secrets or a lot of things that are going to be coming to light that's also going to be helping you make these new decisions. Taking new actions is what I'm hearing. Yes, we have the King of Cups. Your feelings are going to be different. Like you're going to get to a point where emotionally speaking, you're like, I'm done. My emotions are shot. I know that this is making me depressed, and I feel like a better job or better friends or a better relationship would not be adding on to that stress or would not be detrimental to my emotions. I feel like you're really going to be trusting your intuition. This could also be you tapping into your creativity more and really like tapping into your creativity to see what possibilities are next or what is possible for you. Yeah, the Two of Pentacles, you're going to stop juggling, going back and forth. You're going to weigh out the pros and cons, and it's going to feel like there's more ease in your life. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles, because you're going to be investing in yourself and in the right places. Okay, let's get some cards. Let's see. How is this ending of a cycle going to help the collective? How is ending this cycle going to help the collective? Or walking away from these people, places, or things? Yes, yes, yes. Shut the fuck up. I'm like shaking because oh my God. Okay. We have storm warning in reverse and financial constraints in reverse. So if you've been dealing with like storm after storm and it just feels like it's been so dark and chaotic for so long, that is coming to a close. The financial constraints, if you've been stressing about money, that is going to be coming to a close. You're going to be attracting more money. When you are in a more centered space and you are more aligned with your true self, that is how you ease the flow of abundance into your life. What's the bottom of the deck? We have Angel of Love. Yes. This is like giving me, I feel like the spaces that you've been in or the relationships that you've been in have been bringing out a side of you. 1717 on the timer as I said this. That just isn't you. You haven't felt like yourself in a while. I feel like you haven't felt like your softest self. I feel like you've had to have this front on. You've had to defend yourself. You've had to, be strong and resilient. And I feel like you're going to be really softening as you close out these cycles. And it's going to be very evident that this is the right decision for you. Let's see, what else? What else is coming after closing these cycles? Yes, we have indecision. Yes, and this is clarifying like the moon and the black new moon in reverse. You've been stuck in this indecisive state of like completely overthinking and probably overthinking to the point where you literally are like wasting so much time overthinking that you just can't even make a decision at that point, and I get this, trust me. Yeah, we have Angel of Balance on the bottom, but you're really going to be finding balance, and that's how you're going to start making these decisions as soon as you balance out your emotions and start tapping into that and really just allowing your inner guidance system to guide you, which is your heart and your gut. Let's get some closing affirmations, and that will be the end of this reading, my lovelies. Thank you so much for being here. Again, please like, comment, subscribe, share, and hype this reading if it resonated. If you're interested in booking a personal reading, following my socials, or donating to the channel, the link is down below, my lovelies. Okay, let's see. What affirmations will be beneficial for the collective right now, Spirit? What affirmations will be beneficial for the collective right now, Spirit? Ooh, and the financial constraints card is number 13. And that is like the death card. So this is giving me like death, endings, letting go of the baggage while also like transmuting and rebirthing into a new era. You're going to be transforming into a newer version of yourself. 1918 on the timer. Yes, we have regret in reverse. I know that I cannot change the past. You cannot change the past. You cannot change the decisions you made. You cannot change the time that you spent in places that you've outgrown, but you can change your present. You can change your future by changing the present moment. And you're going to be letting go of the regret. You're going to be saying, you know, I learned my lessons from this space or this relationship or these people, and I'm packing my bags and moving on. I'm hearing, thank you, next, thank you, next. We have denial on the, yes, because you've been in denial. Oh my God, it's coming together. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. You are now becoming aware. Hey, you know, I've had these regrets and I've been in denial of this decision of how I've outgrown this space or these people, and I no longer align with their habits or their values or their beliefs. And you're going to be replacing that with awareness, with that hermit energy that we were talking about, of you having a higher perspective now of understanding this is what's best for me. And you're not going to shame me into staying. You're not going to shame me to sabotage myself. I'm going to do this for me. I'm going to do this for me. I'm going to do this for my family. I'm going to do this for my lineage, period. Yes, I'm living for this, okay? I'm living for this. You got this, collective. You've got this. Spirit is saying, we've got your back. Okay, let's see. What other affirmations are relevant for the collective right now, Spirit? Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Yes, and it's like, this is giving me conscious energy. And like when you're surrounded by unconscious people who are stuck in fear, stuck in pessimism, and they constantly complain and they constantly think that they're going nowhere. Like 2121, if you want to go somewhere, you cannot be around people, places, or things that don't think they're going anywhere. And I'm not saying cut everyone off and go somewhere and, you know, do your thing. I'm just saying distance yourself from people who are not on the conscious path. They are not on the higher path. They are not going to the places that you're going. Sometimes these people will hold you back, or they'll throw fear into your plans. Oh no, you have to stay or else blah 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 blah. No. I know that I'm not meant to stay. Peace on the bottom of the deck. I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. Yes, you're releasing the negative energy, the negative spaces, the negative people, the negative habits, the negative thoughts. You are done and over with that shit, honestly. Okay. This will be the last affirmation card and it will be the end of your reading. Thank you so much for being here. What is the last affirmation for the collective, Spirit? Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Yes, you're getting honest with yourself. You're being real with yourself. And you know that we've already talked about manipulations. We've already talked about being bamboozled. We've already talked about, you know, hidden motives and things that were, you know, between the lines, but not actually written out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're starting to be honest with yourself about, you know, where you need to go, what has been plaguing you, what has been holding you back from your dreams, from your aspirations, from your visions, from your joy, from your happiness, and you are going to go after it. Again, we have peace on the bottom. I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. So again, thank you so much for being here. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. Just know that we're getting through this together. This also resonates for me as I am part of the collective, and that is why we are the collective. Again, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this reading with a friend, and also hype it up. If you're interested in booking a personal reading, following my socials, or donating to the channel, the link will be down below, my loves. And I will see you next time.